All right, one more time.
I know that you have many aspirations, my good king. To be plain with you about my own motive for a moment, as long as you continue bringing swift and steady death, you shall have my unyielding support.
Takes care of that. Uncle Poseidon, sometimes I wonder what my life would have been like had you been part of it sooner. Your encouragement, your enthusiasm, it means a lot. To you, this Ambrosia's been to hell and back.
Oh, but isn't this a kingly offering indeed, my little Hades? I know how difficult it must have been to get, so distant from Olympus as you are. I'll never understand how come your father's cruel to you. For if you were my son, I would be proud. Proud anyway, but you get the idea. If you should ever make it here, nephew, know this. I shall be pleased to stand in for the father figure I can tell you never really had. We can engage in all sorts of aquatic competitions, solve riddles, visit the sea nymphs. Oh, it would be great, wouldn't you think?
You have arrived. From my perspective, I have summoned you. Whilst you believe you came of your volition. All statements can be true, is that not so?
What have you done with the pact, Zagreus? This isn't even asphodel, and I can barely tolerate the heat. Do you really want to die this terribly?
Appreciate all the concern, but I just thought I'd live a little, Meg. You ought to try it for yourself sometime.
You ought to try watching your mouth. You want a swift and painful death, you'll have one momentarily.
You found me, Artemis.
Zagreus, if only you could turn yourself into a woodland creature and just fly or burrow out of there. My Callisto, she can turn into a bear. You ever seen those? Monstrous, furry things. Quite huggable, if they don't kill you first.
Goddess Athena.
I'll tell you something, cousin. If even Artemis is aiding you, it's proof your cause is just. She doesn't often take an interest in family affairs.
Your Highness! You're back?
Alas, you have seen much of Hypnos lately, child. I hope you find his disposition somewhat tolerable. Please tell me plain if this is not the case.
Oh, he's not so bad, Nyx. Be proud of your sleepy, cheerful son. Who else among us is able to muster that kind of enthusiasm? Should check the garden.
Don't go too hard on each other out there, all right?
Why do you bleed like mortals do? An aberration, nothing more. And nothing to be proud of. I suggest you keep it to yourself.
I'm no mere mortal.
Your father chose to sever ties with all of us, and stew alone within his land beneath the earth. But you are not beholden to his actions. Fight.
You would be wise to heed my words next time, and fear the consequences of eluding me. Death can be most unpleasant, as I'm sure you know.
Well, that's just it, Master Thanatos. I never was terribly fearful of you gods, if you'll forgive my saying so. Far as I can tell, all of you seem to have your struggles much like mortals do. A fear of death aside.
What would you know of the struggles of gods? Now you have eternity to think on what you've done. Maybe I'll check again with you after another eon or two, see if you've learned anything more.
And he's off.
Colby, look who. Princette, just missed your stern-faced colleague. Feel that stillness hanging in the air? Sounds like he won't be checking up on me again anytime soon.
Thanatos really isn't such a bad sort once you get to know him, sir. Though I suppose you'll have to take my word for that.
Oh, I believe it, Highness. I should think that bringing death must be a lonely job. Perhaps you ought to try pushing a boulder sometime. You got it.
Cheers, mate. You're always here for me, Baldy. Cheers. Fair.
That's it. All out.
Hey, did Orpheus really used to have curls and something called a tan? I've only ever seen him looking, well, how he does now.
He did. And a tan is like, well, when you stay out in the hot sun up there long enough, your skin kind of starts to bake a little bit. But nicer than that sounds. Gotta say, though, the years have been kind to Orphe, don't you think?
You made the choice, not me, and you prolonged that war when you knew just as well as anyone you could have ended it. But you refused, and now I'm here, and you're somewhere else. A question, if you don't mind, stranger. Because I've had one nagging at me since we last discussed the subject. What exactly happened to Achilles, can you say? After I died, that is. I've heard the rumors, but I don't trust any of this boastful lot.
Well, from what I gathered, sir, after you fell, he was overcome with grief and anger. He joined the war just like you urged, and single-handedly he almost ended it.
So then, he threw away his life. Soon enough after I lost mine. Yet despite vanquishing an army on his own, he wound up in the lowest pits of Tartarus. Instead of here, among the great.
You should know, sir. You were buried together. Your ashes, that is. It was his final request. As for how he came to be at my father's house, that's something I think he can best explain. And I will do everything I can to make sure that he has the opportunity.
Our ashes, you say? Together? The fool. We could have lived, not been reduced to meal for the worms. But I appreciate the information, stranger. Now, please go.
10,000 souls have fallen to you now, my hellborn kin. I am rather beside myself, I must admit. Fine work.
Getting along with Ares, are you, nephew? Would that you were my son instead of he, but no, I jest. Here, take my blessing, please.
Oh, that hurt.
I wished only to speak to you in private once again, my kin, except, you see...
Except you see, dear cousin, that some members of our family are predisposed toward the unspeakable. I caution you around my half-brother is all. Now carry on.
You interrupt me once again, dear sister. You know I do not care for that. I warn you to stay out of my affairs. I shall aid my kin as I see fit.
You only do as you see fit, Lord Ares. Mind that you continue pulling in the same direction as us all.
Father.
You think the rail of adamant can vanquish me? We'll momentarily find out. What's wrong, boy? fall to you again.
Gorgon coming through!
Rios! Return immediately to your post, Gorgon.
I can't. Not now.
Again, you have defeated me somehow. And yet, beaten once again.
See you at home. In the name of Hades.
The never-learning Zagreus then carelessly fell off a precipice or something, plunging him into the rapids of the Styx. Oh, damn it!
Please, everybody, hold your applause.
Can't believe it, Mr. Hypnos. How did you do it? All the shapes that have been lining up, they've been moving right along.
You know, you're right. They have. They definitely have. It's pretty hard to notice since they're slow, but I have a keen eye. And so do you. You noticed before I did in this case. What did you say your question was back there?
I asked you how you did it. Got the traffic flow moving a little faster, and it's the sarcophagus things, isn't it? Right down the hall. The shades, they're scared to stand around. That's brilliant, Mr. Hypnos. I'm impressed.
Oh, that, well, really, it was nothing, Dusa. Though, I'll tell you something. It is good to know that you're impressed with me.
I don't know if I'd go that far. Anyway, I'll mark this as resolved.
Mark it away.
Zagreus, come here a moment, please.
Make it quick. Go on.
All right. We've matters with Olympus to resolve. They don't know I'm here, most of them, besides Zeus, maybe Athena. They think you're Nyx's son rather than mine, and that your goal is still to join them on their mountaintop.
What a mess. What can we do? The gods of Olympus have all been very good to me for the most part. I don't feel great about deceiving them. They keep trying to help me escape.
What can we do? We can make peace with them, and let them know the truth. So much of it as they would tolerate. Diplomacy is not your father's strong suit, but I'm going to need you two to do exactly as I say. Do you understand?
Yes, Mother. So what do you intend to do, and how do I fit in?
We're going to invite all of them to a little family gathering. Here. And you shall personally deliver them their invitation, Zagreus.
Mother, are you serious? So we're just going to have a bash with them, and they'll just see you after all this time and be fine with everything?
They certainly shall not be fine with everything. But Hades and I will be prepared to tell them what they need to hear. Don't worry. I shall do the talking.
What are you going to say?
Oh, you know. That we met, fell in love, eloped, had a child. A child who, once grown, sought desperately to reconnect with his extended family. To the chagrin of his grim lord father.
That's all true. As individual statements, at least.
Fortunately, our loving and dutiful son at last persuaded his mother and father to reveal their secretive relationship, and make an effort to rejoin their great family.
Your mother won't be happy that you left.
I'll deal with her. Perhaps I'll have to visit her and the rest of them from time to time, if that's what it shall take. But I'll be back. I have no choice. Did you know that if you eat the seeds of an underworld pomegranate, then you cannot leave for 1 month out of the year per seed?
What? No, I never knew that.
Neither do they.
How soon is this family gathering you have in mind going to take place?
Soon after you invite them all, I hope. Now go. And trust in me, all right? We have a lot to learn of trust, I think.
I know what you mean. I'll let you know when it's done.
Even among those born longest ago within the deepest reaches of the underworld, I have seldom encountered anyone so united with the darkness of this domain as you are, child.
United with the darkness? I've just been picking it up here and there, although for quite a while since you mentioned it. I'm not sure that I feel any different, though.
Surely that is not so. Think back on when you started all of this. You now know so much more, are capable of so much more.
Huh, I suppose. How's that knife set working out? Until next time.
Off.
The prophecy has been fulfilled. Took some figuring out, but so does any decent plan, I guess. This one's for you, ever-bloodthirsty god of war. Oh no. I have a feeling I know what this is. It's another statue of you, Skelly. It's amazing. What? You really mean that, pal? Look, I'm sorry I messed up your statues, boyo. Really. When I saw them, I just kind of freaked. But then I figured there's no way he's gonna see how they turn out, so I just roll with it, you know? You shouldn't have underestimated me, mate. But I shouldn't have said such awful things about your statues. You must have really gone out of your way to get them here. Oh, you better believe it, pal. So how about we call it even? We've been through a lot. Both of us. Really learned from this experience, and now we share a deeper understanding, yeah? We certainly have, mate. And we certainly do. The sense of poise is truly extraordinary. You got taste, pal, I will give you that. Let's see what happens. Hope Mother knows what she's doing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Lady Demeter, this is for you.
What's all of this, young Zagreus? A message of some sort for me indeed. I can't decipher it, although it bears the marks of my 2 foster brothers here. And, well, it seems we'd better compare notes.
Here goes then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Lord Ares, please consider our proposal. once you're able to decipher it.
My, what is this, my kin? Some sort of invitation for me, I presume? Not just for me. This symbolizes all the others here? Most intriguing. I shall investigate the meaning of this as quickly as I'm able then. But first...
That'll show you. Found you, Huntress. Here, in the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Especially for you, Lady Artemis.
Some kind of special message for me. Oh, looks like there's one for everybody on Olympus, then. Felt rather special for a moment there, and now you're making me check in with all the others. Great.
Good morning, or whenever.
Hey, sir. Sisyphus, I'd meant to ask. Where are you getting all this stuff you give to me? You must be pretty well connected around here.
Oh, well, you know, I have acquaintances amongst the locals here. Try to be neighborly with everyone is all. It's not just Baldy and myself, as you can see. Sometimes I come across things that would be better off in other hands than mine. That I can do.
Thank you, mate. Baldy, ever get the feeling that we've had this conversation in the past? I see.
See you again, right?
You chose to visit me again within these darkest reaches of the earth, as I in turn now choose to offer you the means to alter your reality.
Hello there, Dionysus. Hope this lives up to your expectations, mate. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Should be a good time, Lord Dionysus.
Whoa, just for a moment, Zach. Now, I can recognize an invite when I see one, man. And this is definitely, almost certainly, some sort of invite. One for me and one for everybody else, it looks like here. Oh, I'm excited. That is something really special, I can tell.
I get to be the messenger this time. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Lord Hermes, got here as quickly as I could.
Why, that looks like you've got a message just for me this time. How special is that, boss? Some sort of invite from the looks of things. You sure that I'm supposed to have this, seeing as I'm not officially involved?
What qualifies a man to this eternity in so-called paradise? Even in death, there is no justice. I knew so many peaceful, decent men, but none, of course, are here. Instead, it is the warriors, the kings, the slayers, great men. The standard for greatness is low indeed. Well, forgive me, stranger, for, in retrospect, I was too terse after you told me what became of my Achilles. Tales of his climactic battle I had heard. The stuff about his ashes and my own, that was all new.
No need to even ask forgiveness, sir. Achilles is one of my closest friends, but he doesn't care to talk about himself, about those times. It must be very painful for the both of you.
Oh, we've all seen our share of pain by now. But knowing that he cared for me in the end, after the end, it dulls the feeling of it for a bit. As do these conversations, I guess.
I sense another furious battle here awaits us, Short One. Although you're more inquisitive than usual.
Oh, it's just... I have an odd request. You see, the god of slumber, Hypnos, colleague of mine, huge fan. He's in desperate need of your autograph. Little personalized message. I don't suppose you'd be so kind. It'd mean a lot to him.
Autograph. I see. Then it appears there are such gods as favor me. I will inscribe a bit of parchment for your colleague then.
The god of Forsaken Minotaur impresses then upon a parchment a brief message to the god of sleep, and gives it to the favor-asking prince.
Know, Short One, that this favor is for you, and not for Hypnos. Though he may challenge me himself at any time.
Lord Poseidon. All right, here goes. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Uncle Poseidon, hope you can make this out.
What's this, nephew? Why isn't this a note? or part of one addressed to me, but it appears there should be other pieces for the others here. Ah, it's like a sunken treasure then, which means I must seek its mysteries at once.
I'll take it.
To think, young sprout, our strategist Athena, warrior goddess, sprang from Zeus's head. I would expect that no high intellect could come from there.
Please do not mind the Lady Demeter's good-natured sense of humor, Zagreus. She and my father often like to jest with one another, even in the most difficult times.
Having somehow defeated Grim Lord Hades in a thrilling fight, Prince Zagreus discovers it was all a dream. A rather deadly nightmare, actually.
Huh?
Well, that was pretty good all in all.
I've heard that your reports have been immaculate of late, Hypnos. I have to know, who's helping you with them? It can't be Zagreus.
Oh, no, he doesn't help. It's just, I took to listing only the important stuff up top and spending just a bit more time on the priority reports, and guess it's working out.
Look, whatever the case, the work's improved. It's been observed. You ought to keep it up.
Aw, thanks.
Good work, Hypnos.
Well done, Zagreus. How goes the doling out of invitations, Zagreus? Have the Olympians been amenable to the idea?
Not just amenable, Mother. Positively intrigued. I can't believe you scrambled the invitations in such a way that only with a lot of them combined will they get all of the details.
A bit of collaboration seemed in the spirit of things. We're a great big family, Zagreus. Past time we started acting like one, no? Now keep it up. And thank you for your help.
You got it, Mother. Dusa, I think that Nyx has some concerns. Maybe with me, because it's like you said, she doesn't want us talking here like this. Is she not satisfied with the work you've been doing or something?
Oh, Prince, no, it isn't you. It's definitely me. There's all these things she said I need to work on. Calmness, not making so many lists, putting things into perspective, not working myself too hard, not taking blame for things that aren't my fault.
Those sound like reasonable goals, though I just wish that Nyx could find a way to tell you that wasn't so upsetting. Won't you take care of yourself, Dusa, please?
And plus, she said I'm not supposed to talk to you. She said that too. Oh, I am going to be in so much trouble. Ah!
This isn't working.
You are still in a difficult predicament, my child, and I with you in turn. Those on Olympus think you seek them even now, that you are my own son by birth. Our deception, well-intentioned as it was, has multiplied in size.
You're right. We have to do something. We can't just keep pretending with them.
But if you reveal to them the truth of everything, I fear the wrath they shall unleash. Perhaps not all of them, but some, at least, shall not take such deceptions well.
I couldn't agree more. Fortunately, Mother has a plan. Asked me to get in touch with everybody on Olympus one by one.
Your birth mother is resourceful, certainly. Though can you say as yet which sort of plan?
Would you believe it if I told you she wants to have all of them over for ambrosia?
Truly?
Your father, Hades, and I share a common fate, each having lost a child fully grown. Except that he's a hollow fool whose child left. Whereas my daughter never would have. Ever.
Why, little Hades, there's a certain chill about you, meaning you received an ice-cold blessing courtesy of Elder Goddess Demeter, correct? Now, personally, I think water's best in liquid form, but who am I to judge?
Goddess Athena. This is it then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, this is an official message. Lady Athena, I trust you'll quickly figure this one out.
Is this some kind of offering for me? No, hold a moment. This appears to be a message. Part of one. Then, can this mean... I have to notify the others. I trust they also have received something from you, or shortly shall.
If there's anyone in all the underworld who owes you, Zagreus, it's your friend Sisyphus. He would be much worse off if not for you.
What, because I've been distracting you from administering lashings like before? I hate to think you prefer to whip with no fear of reprisal whatsoever, Meg.
Dereliction of duty and fear of reprisal are not one and the same. Though you don't seem to be concerned with either one.
Lord Dionysus.
Say, let me just point out, you've got a lot of nectar on you, man. Oh, I can tell. I like the stuff a lot myself, but even I don't pack that much, and I mean, wow.
Found it fast this time.
As you can see by now, we are a big and clever family, little Hades. My niece Athena here being the cleverest of all. You'd never know that she was childless the way she looks after and cares for all of us.
Surely my cleverness comes from your brother and yourself, Lord Uncle Poseidon. And I would only add, my feeling is we've more than enough children in this family. Thus no further need for more of them for now.
All right. You ready for another go?
You vanquished me. Even when I threw everything I had at you, and more. I fought you as I fought the Titans themselves. And still I failed.
Oh, don't take it so hard, Father. There's always next time, right? Meaning this time. Maybe I won't be so fortunate.
Of that I am most certain. Come. Let us see the limits of our abilities, then. I warn you, I shall hold nothing back. To the death.
To the death.
Darkness. Summons wretches, and come bring my wayward son down to your depths.
Medusa.
Stronger once than this. No.
I did it. By my father's name. My weapons can grow even stronger now.
So complicated is the path to the well-hidden cottage of Persephone that surface-walking Zagreus, on this particular occasion, sadly zigs instead of zags, plummeting from off a precipice into most familiar waters. No!
Feels like it's been a while, everybody.
Nice going!
Hey, Hypnos. This is for all the well-meaning advice you've given me. A little something from a certain double-bladed, axe-wielding, bull-headed, oversized monster of a man you admire.
What's this? It's kind of hard to read the handwriting. It says, "No way. To Hypnos, my biggest fan. Stay vigilant. Asterius." There's even a little picture of a bull. Wow. Wow!
Enjoy it, Hypnos.
I knew you could do it.
Mother, this family gathering you're planning, are all of our relatives welcome? Because I was wondering if I could extend the invitation to a distant ancestor. You know, Chaos.
Nyx's parent. You've been in contact then? Look, if you feel it's the right thing to do, I trust your judgment. The spirit of this event is to bring the family together.
Thanks. I doubt Chaos would be able to attend, though would still appreciate the thought.
Ugh. Come get your gloating well out of the way so I can get back to this parchment work. It piled up in my prolonged absence.
I'm not here to gloat, Father. Well fought back there. I can't believe I got you.
Nor I. Next time, the fates may not decide to favor you like that. If there shall be a next time.
I'm thinking there shall. Nyx, this feast Mother has planned, would it be all right with you if I were to invite Chaos?
I hardly think that Chaos would attend any festivity of ours. I'm uncertain that they even could. Even more doubtful that they would want this. However, if you truly wish to ask, proceed.
As long as it's okay. Something smells good. I'm much obliged.
Not now, Zag. Private meeting.
Don't work your...
Well, see you later then.